Hey there, it's Pokemaniac Andy, and we're here for another episode of Sentinels Sunday because every time on Sunday we don't I don't post any Pokemon videos, and it's usually just Sentinel Sunday. So kind of last day before the big changeover on the channel. Sentinel Sunday is going to remain unmoved, but there's going to be some few changes to the channel, and I've already addressed that in the update video that I posted yesterday. Kind of screwed up the timing of it, but anyways, let's have a go. There's only one character we're interested in fighting today, and let's Mad Bomber Blade. I'm just gonna hit random, and there he is. We're doing this in Megaopolis too, so geez, this could be interesting. And our heroes are the Mighty Ra, the Visionary, Absolute Zero, and the Inhuman Tempest. We're fighting in Megaopolis, so let's get going. So I'm super excited to do Sentinel Sunday because I love doing this. I don't know why I love doing it so much, but because I just mainly love Sentinel Sunday, and yeah. My bombs are scattered everywhere. You cannot win. You shall burn under the sun, blazeful gaze of the sun. So let's have a look. Can I look at cards? No. Yeah. This is Mad Bomber Blade. The start of the game, Baron Blade enters play Mad Bomber side up. Whenever a villain target enters play, it is placed under this card and on top of the villain deck, and the top of the villain deck is played. Cards under this card have no game text, are indestructible, and are not considered in play. At the start of the villain turn, Baron Blade deals each non-villain target X fire damage, or X equals the number of cards under this card. When Baron Blade would be destroyed, his villain character card flips to the Maniacal Death Ray wielder side. So this is a little more intense than his other side. So he's going to try and deal us all 0 fire damage. Blade Battalion, but Battalion is a target, so it goes under. Devious Disruption gets played. Since there's no other equipment in play, each player destroys any of their equipment cards undergoing. Baron Blade deals each hero target X lightning damage, X equals 3 plus the number of hero ongoing and equipment cards still in play. Since there's none, it will just do 3 to everyone. Which is still hurts. So we have Ra first. Ra in his hand has a power card. If you don't know what this game is based off of, it's based off of 3 simple principles. Play, where you play a card. Power, where you use a power. Either like in this card, like described on here, where it says power, or on the card, the character card itself, we have an innate power of Pyre, which Ra deals 1 target 2 fire damage. So we have Blazing Tornado, which is a power card. Ra deals 1 target 3 fire damage. Inferno, Ra deals 1 target 3 fire damage. Ra deals up to 5 other targets 1 fire damage. Summon Staff. Search your deck for the Staff of Ra. Put it into play. Shuffle your deck. You may draw a card and you may play a card. And Wrathful Gaze. Destroy 1 target with 2 or fewer HP. So I'm going to use Summon Staff. So we draw another Inferno, and we grab a Staff of Ra out of the deck. When this card enters play, Ra regains 3 HP. Increase the damage dealt by Ra by 1. Power. Ra deals 1 target 3 projectile damage and destroy this card. So we're going to put that in play for the HP and the power boost, and we're just going to use his innate power to do 3 damage to Baron Blade. So we have the Visionary up next. Her innate power is Enlighten, which is 1 player discards 2 cards and discards 1. And we have Decoy Projection. Whenever the Visionary would be dealt damage, redirect the damage to this card. Demoralization. At the start of your turn, the Visionary deals with each target 1 psychic damage. Mind Spike. The Visionary deals 1 target 3 psychic damage. Precognition. Reveal the top 3 cards of the villain deck. Put 1 on top of the villain deck and the other 2 on the bottom. Well, I'm going to set up some protection for Visionary, so there goes out Decoy Projection. We're going to use a Enlighten on the Visionary right now. And we grab 2 cards out of the deck, and we have to discard 1. So we picked up Mental Divergence, destroy 1 ongoing card, or take 1 ongoing card from the hero trash and put it on top of the hero's deck. That's a really good card to have. And Cerebral Hemorrhage, the Visionary deals 3 targets 2 psychic damage each. And we have Mind Spike as well. Visionary deals 1 target 3 psychic damage. I think I looked at that card. I am going to get rid of Global Hemorrhage. This is not a multi-target fight. And we picked up that card anyway. If you don't know what the card does, we'll see when we come back around. So Absolute Zero, which has Coolant Blast. Absolute Zero does 1 target Each deals one non-hero target X cold damage, or X equals the amount of fire damage that has been dealt to Absolute Zero since the end of his last turn. Glacial Structure draws 3 cards and destroy this card. Here's my guy. Play this card next to a non-hero target. At the start of your turn, Absolute Zeal deals that hero target 2 cold damage. If the target leaves play, destroy this card. And we have Modular Realignment. Select one equipment card from your trash and put it into play or your hand. Absolute Zero deals himself 1 fire and 1 cold. So I'm just going to play Impale on Baron Blade. His innate power is to Absolute Zero deals himself 1 fire and 1 cold damage. It does work with a lot of his other cards, but we're not getting those cards apparently. So Tempest has Chain Lightning. Deals 1 target 4 lightning damage. The Tempest may deal a second target 3 lightning damage and may deal a third target 2 lightning damage. And we have 2 Grievous Hailstorms, it looks like. Tempest deals each hero target 2 cold damage. And Vicious Cyclone. Play this card next to a target. At the start of your turn, discard up to 3 cards. Tempest deals that target 1 projectile damage for each card discarded this way. If the target leaves play, destroy this card. So I'm going to put Grievous Hailstorm into play. His innate power is Tempest deals all non-hero targets 1 projectile damage. So Grievous Hailstorm is just a powered up cold version of it. Megaopolis is going to play Plummeting Monorail. Monorail, monorail, monorail. Let's have a look at the monorail. The start of the environment turn. This card deals deals the 2 targets with the highest HP 5 melee damage each. So Mad Bomber is going to deal everybody 1 fire damage, except for Visionary. He does each hero 2 toxic damage, and then plays the top card of the villain deck. So this is going to be that gets redirected to Decoy Projection. Decoy Projection is now destroyed. And he's going to play Blade Battalion, but that's going to go underneath him, and he's going to play another card, which is Slash and Burn. So the hero target with the lowest HP takes 4 damage, and the one with the highest HP takes 6. That was a painful, painful turn. So we picked up Drawn to the Flame. Ra deals each non-hero target X fire damage. X equals the number of villain ongoing cards in play. He has none, so I'm going to put Blazing Tornado into play. And do that 4 damage because of the Staff of Ra. Visionary is going to use... I have no idea. Just use the Mind Spike. Do 3 damage to Blade. And she's going to use her Enlighten ability on Absolute Zero. Try and see if we can get one of his cards. Apparently not. So Impale's going to do 2 to Baron Blade. We're going to use this card, which is Onboard Modular Installation. You may draw a card, search your deck for a module card, and put it into play. Shuffle your deck, and you may play a card. So the 2 cards we can choose from are the modules are Isothermic Transducer. Whenever Absolute Zero is dealt fire damage, Absolute Zero deals 1 target that much cold damage. And Null Point Calibration Unit. When Absolute Zero would take cold damage, he regains that many HP. Instead, I am going to put Isothermic Transducer, grab it, and put it into play. And I'm going to skip his power phase. And I apologize. 1 sec, I'll be right back. Sorry about that, the game actually crashed. So, yeah, it happens sometimes. I don't know, especially with playing Tempest. So, we picked up Lightning Lash last turn, which is Tempest deals 1 target 5 lightning damage. So do 5 lightning damage to Blade. And then uses Grievous Hailstorm. Now it's the Monorail's turn, which is going to do 5 to Visionary and to Absolute Zero. And Traffic Pile Up, yay! He's going to do 2 damage to everything. Isothermic Transducer reacts, and we're going to deal him back 2 cold damage. Oh, come on. Consider the price of victory. Each player discards 1 card. Baron Blade deals each hero target 2 sonic damage. Discard X cards from the top of the villain deck, where X equals the number of hero cards discarded this turn. Well, we're going to discard Excavation for Raw. Put up to 3 cards from your environment trash on the bottom of your environment deck. You may draw that many cards as removed. Visionary. Visionary is going to discard suggestions. Select 2 cards from the villain trash. Put 1 on top and 1 on the bottom. Absolute Zero is going to discard Thermal Shockwave because we have 2. Absolute Zero deals up to 3 targets, 1 cold damage each. Absolute Zero deals himself X fire damage, where X equals the total amount of cold damage dealt by Absolute Zero this turn. And Tempest is going to get rid of Vicious Cyclone. I already explained what that does. And we all take the 2 Sonic. I am going to... Ooh, jeez. I'm going to play Inferno. So I'm going to deal 4 to Baron Blade. And then 2 to each of the environment cards in play. And we're going to stop doing damage because... Oh, I can still use Blazing Tornado, which I'm going to kill Baron Blade. So he flips to his other side, and we have to destroy 2 cards. So I'm going to get rid of Grievous Hailstorm. And I think the Staff of Ra. Because Ra does have 3 more of them in play. We cannot pick up cards right now due to Traffic Pileup. Visionary is going to play Psychic Maelstrom, which is do 2 damage to every target, every non-hero target. So that's 2 to Mad Bomber, 2 to Plummeting Monorail, and 2 to Traffic Pileup. I forgot to read out what Baron Blade does when he flips. So this is the Maniacal Death Ray wielder side. When flipped to the side, Baron Blade maximum HP is 40. Baron Blade is restored to 40 HP. X ongoing hero cards or equipment cards are destroyed, where X equals the number of cards under this card. All cards under this card and the villain trash are moved to the villain deck. The villain deck is then shuffled. At the start of the villain turn, Baron Blade deals a hero target with the highest HP X energy damage, where X equals the number of cards in the villain trash. Whenever a villain target would enter play, it is destroyed. So we're going to use the Enlighten ability. Oh! Actually, we're going to go back a step, and we're going to skip her power phase since no cards can be picked up. I'm going to impale Baron Blade for 2, and I'm going to put Glacial Structure into play. Oh, crap. Never mind. Let me go back a turn. Let me go back to play a card. Put Focused Apertures, which is increased cold damage dealt by 0 by 1. Let's put... Actually, let's play Chain Lightning. Do 4 damage to the Traffic Pileup to get rid of it. We're going to do 3 to Baron Blade, and 1 to the Plummeting, 2 to Plummeting Monorail. And we'll just do another 1 damage to Baron Blade. Hey look, another Grievous Hailstorm. So Paparazzi on the scene, heroes cannot use powers. At the start of the environment turn, each player may discard 1 card to destroy this card. So no powers can be used this turn. That's 4 to Tempest, and 6 to Ra. That hurts. So, no powers can be played this turn. So I'm just going to... Oops, I'm just going to put John to the Flame out. Visionary is going to use her Precognition this turn. So we're going to look at the top 3 cards of the deck. Any target would be sent to the trash, so we're going to put Elemental Redistributor on the bottom. At the very bottom we'll get the Slash and Burn. I should have read what those cards did. I'm really sorry. So we're going to do 3 to Baron Blade here. I'm just going to stick Glacial Restructure out. And we cannot draw that card to save our lives. Put Grievous Hailstorm into play. No powers can be played. Let's all discard a card. With Ra going first. Ra is going to get rid of Wrathful Gaze. Visionary will get rid of Cerebral Hemorrhage. Absolute Zero will get rid of... We don't need 2 Isothermic Transducers. And we don't need the Elemental Subwave Inducer for Tempest currently. Actually, that could have been good. Hero cards cannot be played at the start of the environment turn. Each player may discard 1 card. So, who has the highest HP? We'll say Visionary has the highest HP right now. His Elemental Redistributor gets put underneath, right to the trash, but he doesn't get to play another card. We don't get to play a card this turn, But we do get to use a power. It's 3 to Baron Blade. We have a Summon Staff again. So I'm going to use Enlighten on Ra. Actually, that was not the best idea, but get rid of Solar Flare. Solar Flare is kind of will be a hindrance right now. Do 3 damage to Baron Blade. Oh, and then we use Glacial Structure, destroy this card, and draw 3 cards. Okay. We got another Impale. And we picked up our Null Point Calibration unit finally. Cannot play cards, but we'll just use Grievous Hailstorm. Do 2 damage to Baron Blade. Yes, we'd all like to discard a card. Ra will discard Living Conflagration. When this card enters play, Ra deals 1 target 2 fire damage. Power, you may deal. Ra deals 1 target 1 fire damage. You may draw a card. The Visionary will discard. Both these cards are her really best cards. Foresight. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Put 1 card in your hand, 1 on the top of your deck, and 1 on the bottom. So I'm going to get rid of Demoralization right now. Absolute Zero will get rid of one of his modular realignments. And we'll get rid of the excess Grievous Hailstorm. Targeting Innocence is the environment card in play. I'll explain that when we get to Ra's turn. He's going to do 2 damage to Absolute Zero. Put a target into play, which will be destroyed. So he's going to do 3 damage next turn. So, targeting Innocence. At the start of the environment turn, this card deals each hero target 3 fire damage. Then look through the environment trash for impending casualty and put it into play. We're going to put Summon Staff into play. Ooh, we picked up Fire Blast. Ra deals 1 target 5 fire damage, but we're going to put his Staff of Ra into play. And I'm going to hit the targeting Innocence card. Because that is not a card we want in play. So Visionary is going to put Foresight into play. Reveal top 3 cards of your deck. Put 1 in your hand, 1 on the bottom. We're going to use that power. We are going to put Precognition at the top. In our hand, put Psychic Maelstrom in the middle. So we're going to do 3 damage to Baron Blade. We're going to put the Null Point Calibration unit. And we're going to finally use his innate power and do cold damage to himself. So he can heal for some. I'm going to put Localized Hurricane into play. Localized Hurricane, increased damage dealt to Tempest by 1. Increased damage dealt to Tempest by 1. Tempest deals 2 targets, 3 projectile damage, and we draw a card. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do 3 projectile to Targeting Innocence and 3 projectile to Baron Blade. Oh, now we draw Flash Flood. So Targeting Innocence is going to do 3 damage to... I should have targeted Absolute Zero first. Then I could have got rid of it right away. So it's going to stop doing damage. Who has the highest? Absolute Zero has the highest. Because rooftop combat is in play, we take extra damage. But we deal. Increase all damage dealt by 1. When this card enters play, destroy all other environment cards while this card is in play. Environment cards cannot be played. When this card enters, when a hero target deals non-hero character damage, 10 or more damage in a single round. Round means so from Ra back to Ra, or environment back to environment. In a single round, this card is destroyed. So I'm pretty much going to get rid of it right away. Fire Blast, which is increased by Staff of Ra and by Rooftop Combat. So that's 7 damage to Baron Blade. And then we have Blazing Tornado, which is going to do 5 because of Staff of Ra and Rooftop Combat. So Rooftop Combat is now destroyed. So we'll only do 2. So we're going to do Precognition. We're going to put Flash Repair Nanites at the top. Backlash Field at the bottom. Use Enlighten. We're going to put Decoy Projection into my hand. Twist the Ether on the top of the deck, which can increase damage or decrease damage dealt by a target. and Absolute Zero will take him out before his turn even starts. So that's it, folks. We won this match against Mad Bomber Blade. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like button if you did. Hit that like button if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below. Something of what you think of this series. So I'm going to head out here. So as you know, folks, you're all awesome, and I'll see y'all next time.